What's up guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a Kim Kardashian inspired Valentine's Day makeup tutorial, and I decided to use tons of shimmer this time just because my last makeup tutorial was an all matte makeup tutorial and I was like, give me my shimmer back. So I just have tons of shimmer just because Valentine's Day is fun, you know, whether you're going out with your girlfriends or your significant other. I don't know, I think it's fun to just play up your makeup a little bit. So I decided to throw in some color, some shimmer, and all sorts of fun stuff. And I also decided to collaborate with the beautiful Amelia Liana, who is also on YouTube, and I will link her down in the description box as well as at the end of the video because she also did a Kylie Jenner inspired makeup tutorial. We're keeping it in the family today, okay? And I would love for you guys to check it out and show her some love. And without further ado, let's get started with this look. I hope you enjoy it. Starting off with my base, and I do have a foundation routine that I'll link down in the description box. It's just easier to check that out if you want to see like a full in-depth foundation routine from me. But here I am just applying my Chanel foundation, and then the concealer is by NARS, and I'm just applying that under my eyes as well as the center of my face and really buffing it in. Actually today I decided to use a beauty blender. For the most part I use a kabuki brush, but today I was just experimenting. And of course you want to set your makeup with a translucent powder. This one is the Laura Mercier pressed powder. To highlight my face, I'm actually going to be using a shadow, and this is by Makeup Geek. It's a gorgeous gold eyeshadow and it looks beautiful on the skin. And I like to use this on the high points of my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, and above my eyes. Next, I'm going to contour my face using my favorite chocolate bronzer by Too Faced Cosmetics, and I like to apply this on the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, jawline, as well as the sides of my nose because I do like to bring out my features by just highlighting and contouring. For my blush, I'm actually going to go in with this bronzer by Dose of Colors. It's not a blush, but it looks beautiful on the apples of my cheeks. So as you can see, it adds a lot of glow. And for my brows, I'm going in with my usual pencil. This one's by Brow Gal, and it's number 6. I like to fill them in and make them just a little bit thicker, and of course brush them for more of a natural finish. Alright, moving on to the eye makeup. Now, I am going to be using the same color that I used on my face to really highlight my face, and I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid, including my inner corners as well as my bottom lash line just about halfway. To highlight the inner corners of my eyes as well as my brow bone, I'm going in with Nylon. This is a really pretty color. It's ivory with tons of really fine shimmer, so if you want to highlight the inner corners of your eyes, I suggest you giving this a try. It's a gorgeous color. Alright, so I'm going to use this pigment by Makeup Geek. It's this yellow-green color that is just so pretty and it looks gorgeous on my eyes. So I decided to actually pop this on my bottom lash line, and then I'm going to go over it with a brown shadow. So any of these colors, by the way, you don't have to have these exact eyeshadows to create this look. If you have something similar, you can totally just use what you have. So this is just the brown color, matte brown, and I'm going over that pigment to really sort of intensify my bottom lash line. And then for my crease, I'm going in with this NARS color. It's a green, like olive color, and it's really pretty because it's got tons of shimmer, but it just works really well on the crease and it kind of complements every other color that I used. So I'm just going to start from the outer corners with a fluffy brush and really blend this all the way to the inner corners. And as you can see, I'm going back and forth between two brushes. So the first brush has the product and I like to apply and blend, and then the second brush is a clean fluffy brush, and I like to just really go over it to make sure there are no harsh edges. For my liner, I'm going in with this e.l.f. Cosmetics gel eyeliner. It's really creamy, so it's very easy to apply. I'm applying this with a angled brush, and this is by Sigma. All my brushes are pretty much by Sigma, and I'll list them down below for you guys, except for maybe a few brushes. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this really close to my lash line and then extend it because I do want a little bit of a cat eye. Now for the inner rim of my eye, I'm going in with an ivory pencil, but if you want to make this even more dramatic, you can go in with a brown or even a black eyeliner. So after that, I'm just going to apply several coats of mascara and move on to some falsies. These are called the Demi Wispies by Ardell, and I like to look down and get these really close to my lash line using tweezers. And I know in the beginning it's not easy to apply false lashes, but trust me when I say practice makes perfect. So just keep practicing and trust me, one day you will be a pro at it. So you want to just make sure the inner corner and the outer corner is nicely glued to your lash line, and that's pretty much what's going to keep the lashes on for a long time. Moving on to the lips, I'm going in with this lip liner by Urban Decay called Naked No. 2, and then my gloss is by Lorac. It's just a really pretty clear gloss with like a little bit of shimmer and ivory tint to it. So this completes the look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And of course, if you have any future requests for me, be sure to leave it in the comment section. Check out Amelia's look right over here by clicking right over here, or I will have the link down in the description box so you guys can go and subscribe to her as well. She's awesome, super bubbly, and super cute. If you don't know who she is, you should check her out. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye!